Works update.
I have spoken with Herman Pott. He is the gentleman that purchased the Donnerman house. He does live in Iowa Falls, but I wrote him a letter and asked him what his plans for the house were. And he did call me back, stated that for this summer, he is planning on re-roofing it yet this summer. And then next summer, he wants to replace the windows and re-sided it. And he said he will keep the yard mowed this summer, but he is going to be returning to school in the fall, but he is hoping to replace the roof yet before he returns to school.
Will the roof include the gutters?
I would assume so.
The gutters on the north
Side
side?
are falling down.
Yes.
Yes. He is worried, because
I do want to check with him to make sure that those gutters, what his plans are for those gutters.
Can I make a comment?
Yes, ma'am?
How long are you guys going to let him keep doing this with this house? It was supposed to be done by end of August?
But he just purchased
He just
it,
bought
Jody.
this.
We gotta work with him. I mean, we
It looks
can't,
awful.
I understand that, but you can't just, I mean, he just bought it. You can't just put your foot down and, you gotta work with people.
Okay.
I mean, he's trying, he's making an effort.
He's gonna do it before he goes to school. I would think that would be the end of August or something like that.
Yeah.
Well, I talked
Also,
to him,
why don't you also ask him, and I kind of agree with her a little bit, but ask him what he's going to do as far as like painting, or what he's going to do as far as that goes.
he's not gonna paint, he's gonna recite it.
He's
He's
gonna
gonna
side
side it.
Ask him when his notions are to do that.
Next summer.
Next summer.
Mhm. He wants to replace the windows inside next summer.
Okay. All right, if you can get that in confirmation, I'd appreciate that.
The Zigman property, I have been up and looked at it. I would say the outside work that we requested to be done is pretty much all done.
I know the roof is done.
The roofing's done, the siding's completed. The last time I was up there, all he had left to do was put in some outside lights.
Okay. Did you check the backyard? Didn't you have to replace some cement work in the
He's
backyard?
done that.
That's all done?
That's done. He had to do some dirt work the other day when I was up there and do refill in and do some landscaping. And
Okay.
so he's pretty much done with the outside of the house and it looks really nice. Put a deck on the front.
Does he have any expectations of what he's going to do with it after he's got it fixed up? He's going to sell it, or what is
He
he?
would like to rent it because he doesn't really want to sell it because it is a family home. His mom and dad purchased it to live in. I don't really think he wants to sell it, but if push comes to shove, that's what he would do. He would prefer to rent it if at all possible.
Well, telling that we would be more than helpful to help him get it rented. If I hear of anybody that's wanting to rent, I will definitely pass that name on to him.
Well, he comes in and visits with me about every other week, so
Okay. We just don't want to, if he wants to rent it, he's got to put something in the paper that he wants to rent it.
Justin and I have been in contact on the well project. He has had a couple meetings with the DNR, and that's going along pretty well. We did miss out on the first round of I-jobs by 1 point. You had to have 11 or better, and we had 10. So they're going to resubmit our project to I-jobs, the second round of I-jobs, which is coming out July 24th, and it's got to be submitted by August 2nd. So that's going to be, and they're getting that all taken care of so we can resubmit for that. We have been approved for the SRF funding, which is the low-interest loans, and Justin's going to keep me in contact with me to let me know what we need to do, what our next step is to do. I do know that the electrician was here last week and met with Mark and Rick to go through the well house and the pump house, or not the well house, but the filter house and the pump house, to see what upgrades we need to do for the new one.
Did they explain to you why we missed it by 1 point?
It's the affordability. We missed our section that we were offering was affordability. But there was about 12 towns in Iowa that missed out by 1 point.
Okay.
So, Gordon Hoff was here from Black Hills Energy to look at the tapping of the natural gas line for John Healy's shop in the house. At first, we talked about doing one tap and running the line to John's shop and then going across the field to his house. Mr. Hoff suggested that we not do that. He suggested that we tap at the road and go up his driveway to the shop for that, and then go over to the house and tap in the ditch and come into the house. This way we would eliminate about 1,200 to 1,300 feet of line that would go across an actively farmed field. So,
Versus 2 taps.
versus 2 taps. He felt that it would be more feasible for us to do 2 taps.
Can you give an estimate on the cost?
I'm waiting. He was gonna, I thought I'd have it by tonight, but I don't have it. And I did contact Bud Kane, who was involved in the first line that was put in, and he had planned on doing it, but unfortunately, he has broken his back and he is not able to work right now. So he was okay with me contacting Black Hills Energy to come in and give us the estimates and do the work.
Were they,
This guy comes right out of Denison. And they did taps in Lakeview, and they do a new kind of tap. It's called an electro well. It's a new technique that they do. So I'm waiting on that. Mark and Rick worked with the IAMU guy today, did their natural gas training, so it brings them both current on their natural gas status. Everything has been given to Warren Bush's office in reference to the property that the city is looking at for Gus's property, and we're waiting for the contract. Economic Development met today at noon, and we're looking into starting an endowment fund for Wall Lake, and I have contacted Shirley Phillips for the information on this. I will do more research on the website to get a lot more of the information. And she is going to attend our next meeting for Economic Development on August 2nd. And basically what it is it's a fund that is started either through the city or a 501c in the city. And it opens up an avenue for people that are passing on or are at an age where they would like to put some money into an endowment fund through their estate. We have to start out with $10,000, and that can either be through donations or money from the city. And we would be under the Stack County Economic Development Endowment Fund. And they would do all the paperwork, but the money would actually go through the city. So I will keep you posted on that.